Well, we found Byran Thrift, and if you know anything about Byran Thrift, he is hard to catch up to. This guy goes hard and fast. He runs around, covers a ton of water, and he's right now pushing back farther than anybody other than, say, what John Cox is doing, but he's doing it in a fiberglass boat. He's got his Ranger way up the creek here, very back of a creek, a little more stain. Where we're stopped right here, I mean, we're bottoming out the boat. He's pushed his way back, crawled over logs, gotten way back in there, fishing around a little bridge. A lot of times those classic spots were a little deeper, and then sometimes the creeks get a little deeper. He is hard to catch up to. Like I said, the last report we had, he only had 2 pounds, but that's classic Byran Thrift. He tries typically more baits than anybody and runs more spots in a day's time. What he does is he just tries to connect with fish every day. If it looks good, he fishes it. He'll try some backs of creeks. We saw him first thing this morning. He was out fishing brush piles, or trying to, and he'll just do everything in between. He might not have fished this creek in the entire practice, but decide to come up here. He may see a point on the way out, stop and fish it. And he loves the power fishing. He's, fishing jerk baits, crank baits, get a reaction bite, big jigs. But the other thing, I mean, he'll slow down, he'll fish a spinning rod with the best of them. So he'll go to wacky worm and shaky head and try to force those fish to bite. He started the day, he was only 2 pounds out of the lead. Byran's won a bunch, he's a closer. If he can get a lead, he's hard to catch. A couple of guys, though, are catching him really well today. John Cox started out fast. He's back there in some water by himself, fishing just heavy cover like John likes to do. And even if he's fishing around a crowd, John can catch him shallow better than most guys. But when he gets a little stretch by himself, back with that aluminum boat, he can be hard to catch. He's pushing up there. He could have a considerable lead at the end of the day. Now, Michael Neal's coming back from the pack, and we knew it's so tight that some guys are really going to come up. It seems like it's been sunnier and slicker more of the day, and the schooling bites really turned on. We've been seeing them pop up all over the place. Michael Neal is putting on a clinic. I mean, he's catching them. He's got a spot to himself, and just consistently he's grinding up and just getting more weight, and catching the big ones. He could put up a big sack where he could really get himself into position top 2, top 3 at the end of the day. The other wild card is just like yesterday, and it's scheduled for the whole week. It's instead of August, this feels more like May, June, where it's afternoon thunderstorms. Big ones popping up now. You might have noticed it was bright sunny when we started the video a minute ago. Now it's getting a little dark over the hilltop here. We have clouds building up. Probably storms again. Usually that turns the fish on. Yesterday it was like dead for a while, but then there was a big press. We saw it first thing this morning, it was slow. All of a sudden, middle of the morning, it started to turn on, and now it's kind of a lull. Obviously going to turn on again. So going to have to check out the weigh-in today. These guys are spread out 60 miles up and down the river. Guys are doing a little bit of everything. We've seen a little more school and a little more offshore play today, but really it's the same old, just any piece of cover you can find. Like we said, we saw Byran in the back here. You know he's going to catch something. He is so famous for coming in with fish late in the day because he, like we said, he does this. There's laydowns, there's grass. All of a sudden, he'll just find them, and he'll go through one little stretch. Starting to go around the corner now. He may go out and catch him and have 3 fish for 9, 10 pounds of those 3 and get a big limit in short order. So we'll hang with him for a little bit. We'll try to keep up. We'll see, but definitely tune in to the weigh-in. It's going to be a shootout today. A lot of moving today. You're going to see a lot of guys moving up, a lot of guys moving down.